Okay. Awesome. This week, what's been on my heart and mind is, again, the work of Michael Singer, but what kept coming up was this idea that what we practice when we're on our yoga mat or when we're sitting in meditation are really the tools and the self-awareness and the mindfulness, so that when we are off of our yoga mat or not in meditation, we can still maintain that sense of centeredness no matter what we're moving through in life. So the goal is that we don't have to be in a yoga class to be okay, but we go to yoga and we gain the self-awareness, and we can watch our thoughts and we can watch the reactions as they're bubbling up, and we can maintain our centeredness no matter what life places in our path, even without having to get to yoga or be in meditation. It's that throughout every day and every moment of every day, we have that unwavering steadiness, that connection to awareness, so that we can see when our emotions are starting to bubble up and something maybe is triggering us or something challenging happens. And we remember that we have the tools of body awareness, and we have breath, and we have that distance between ourselves and our thoughts, so that we can be within the experience, right? Life has challenging moments, and it's important to be fully part of that and to be present to it. But as that experience then moves from the present moment, it doesn't stay with us. We're able then to move on and let it go, and not lose our awareness throughout the experience. And so as we move across our yoga mat, we have this nice little container to practice this in, to practice staying present, to practice staying aware, watching our thoughts as they move through, not attaching to them, identifying with them, getting stuck in them or lost in them. And maintaining that awareness while also being completely present to the experience of my down dog and how that feels in my body. And so we get to practice it here, our nice little comfy, cozy, familiar space. And so that then when we're moving through the day and someone cuts us off in traffic or something unexpected happens, we have that solid center, that solid foundation that we know how to access whenever we need it. So we'll start in meditation just so we can find that groundedness in ourselves. You can start either in Shavasana, lying down, or in a seat. We'll start eventually from the back body when we begin our flow, but just finding a comfortable shape that you want to begin in. And taking a moment to adjust your body and close your eyes. And starting to notice the movement of your breath. And using the movement of your breath as a tool to bring all of your focus and all of your attention to this moment here and now. And as you continue to focus on the rise of your inhale and the fall of your exhale, just feeling the moment that your breath begins to enter your body. Feeling the moment that your exhale begins to empty out. Gaining awareness of the sensation along the in-breath. And the sensation along your exhale as that breath empties away. As you continue to watch your breath and feel the movement of your breath, the sensation of your breath, maybe leaning back within your awareness, creating that little bit of distance and separation between you and the thoughts moving through your mind. So you can watch and notice and observe the thoughts. Again, but you're not lost in them. You are aware of what's happening in your mind, but you are still that steady, centered space of breath and body and mind awareness. It's from that steady and centered seat that we aim to stay. And even as ripples show up in our world, even as things become maybe chaotic or turbulent or charged, we have the awareness of our breath and our body. And we can lean back within our awareness to notice what's happening in the mind, to recognize that sometimes the mind makes up stories or has narratives or dialogues that are not necessarily true, or maybe they are a little bit more charged than they need to be. And as we lean back, we can feel that. We can remember that we are capable of returning to this space of steadiness, of centeredness, just through the awareness of body, breath, and mind. He's taking a couple more really deep cycles of breath, drawing in a deeper inhale. Maybe finding a little pause at the top of your breath before you slowly exhale that breath all the way out. And after a couple of rounds of really deep breaths in and long, steady exhales out, feeling the pauses at the top and the bottom of your breath, you may also start to bring to heart and mind just your own individual intention for your practice. So something that you would personally like to cultivate through your practice today, something that you're maybe hoping to embody, or maybe someone that you'd like to devote your practice to. Just setting this intention here in this moment so that as you move through the flow, you have something to come back to remind you of the deeper purpose behind your own practice. As you hold that intention at your heart, if you'd like to, bring maybe one or both hands to your heart, either stacked or maybe in prayer. And then we'll take 2 rounds of cleansing breath to seal our intentions in before we shift into the flow. So as you're ready, take a really big breath in through your nose. And then an open mouth exhale, release your breath away. And one more just like that, a really deep breath in through your nose. And a cleansing exhale to release. And then just take as long as you need to find your way to your back body. We'll meet in our full body stretch. So reaching your hands up overhead, feeling that length all the way from fingers to feet. Be taking a couple circles to your ankles and your wrists. Then start to bring both your knees into your body. Drawing your thighs in close. Take a nice full inhale. And then on your exhale, you're going to keep your knees bent, but place your feet as wide as your yoga mat. And then let your knees tip over to the right into this kind of pinwheel twist shape, a gentle pinwheel twist. So feet as wide as your yoga mat, knees tipped over to the right. If you want to, you can stack your right ankle or your shin bone on top of your left leg to add a little bit more pressure to the stretch. It's reaching through your left side body. And taking one more breath here. We're going to move into a figure four, right ankle on left thigh. So if your right ankle is stacked on your left leg right now, just going to start to wiggle your left foot, maybe to the earth so that your left knee is pointing to the sky for your figure four, or you can bring that whole figure four to your body and reach around your left hamstring. Then flexing through your right ankle, option for a little rock from side to side. And then just take one more breath in. And on your exhale, left foot's going to release to the earth. And then reach your right leg up to the sky for your hamstring stretch. Hands can reach around your right leg. You can have softness through your right knee. And then as you point, flex, and circle through your right ankle, you have the choice to keep your left knee bent, or if you want this to be a little bit more intense, you can send your left leg out long. And take a nice big breath in. And on your exhale, bend your knees into your body. Knees bent, place your feet to the wide edges of your yoga mat again, and this time let your knees tip over to the left. So in your pinwheel twist, knees fall to the left, and then you have the option now to stack your left ankle on your right thigh, or maybe your left shin bone on your right thigh. Just allowing the weight of your left leg to deepen the stretch that's reaching through your right side body and creating that internal rotation through your right thigh bone. One more inhale, reaches to your right side. And then on your exhale, it's going to be figure four, left ankle on your right thigh. So adjusting to find that figure four shape. Decide if you want your right foot on the earth, or if you prefer to find a thread the needle and reach around your right hamstring. And encourage your left shin bone forward and away from your heart space. Option to find a little bit of movement from side to side. And then notice if you've lost awareness of your breath. Maybe if you can lean back in your awareness again to notice the thoughts moving through your mind. Trying to maintain that seat of the mindful observer throughout our whole practice today. When you're ready, go ahead and place your right foot to the earth. Lengthen your left leg to the ceiling and start to find your hamstring stretch second side. So any movement through your left ankle that feels good, any amount of softness through your left knee. And then the option of right knee bent, or maybe you feel like you want to extend your right leg out to get a little bit of a deeper stretch. Just listening to your body for cues on how to adjust the shape to what you need in this moment. And then take one more inhale in. And on your exhale, let your knees come back into your chest. For our core connection today, we're going to reach our right leg up to the sky again. Flex high through your right heel. And then you're either going to send your left leg forward to a hover, or if you want something a little bit less intense, you're going to bend your left knee and bridge your left foot to the earth. So less intense is left foot on the ground. More intense is going to be left leg hovering, big capital L through your legs. And then reach your hands up and overhead like a full body stretch. Pull your navel to your spine, draw your front ribs in. And on your inhale, you're going to start to lower your right leg slowly. Any amount of distance. So you can lower to a low diagonal. Maybe your right heel taps your left toes. Maybe your right leg hovers. Then on your exhale, really slow motion, you're going to lift your right leg to the sky. Lift your head and shoulders and reach forward at the top of your yoga mat, framing your legs. Okay, same thing, we're going to inhale, right leg lowers, super slow, super controlled, however low you want to lower it. Your hands are going to reach up and overhead. And then on your exhale, right leg lifts to the sky, head and shoulders lift as you reach forward. And one more time like this, inhale, right leg lowers. Super slow motion, hands reach overhead, resisting gravity in both directions. And as you exhale, right leg lifts, Head and shoulders lift, and we pause. Now pausing at the top, you're going to switch out your legs. So left leg's gonna go high, right leg's either going to a hover, or you're gonna bridge your right foot to the earth. On your inhale, moving to second side, we're gonna lower our left leg, hands reach up and overhead, pull your navel to your spine. And on your exhale, left leg lifts, head and shoulders lift, and you slowly reach forward. Got just 2 more here. We're gonna inhale, left leg lowers, super slowly reach your hands overhead. On your exhale, left leg lifts without momentum, head and shoulders lift as you reach forward. The final round, inhale, super slow, lower open, resisting gravity. And on your exhale, try not to rush, left leg lifts without momentum, head and shoulders lift. You take an inhale and then release and relax with your exhale. And keeping your knees bent, place your feet to the earth. Take a big breath in. And on your exhale, find a bridge pose. Press to your feet, lift your pelvis to the sky. Navel pulls in and you create a big stretch across the front body. Feel the engagement through your seat, the engagement through your hamstring. Let's take one more slow cycle of breath right here. And then take your time to lower all the way back down. Your hips will eventually arrive back to the earth. And then start to find your way up to your tabletop pose. So maybe a couple rocks the length of your spine, or feel free just to tip over to either side and push your way up. Once you find all fours, we'll inhale to our cow pose. So let your in-breath lift your heart and your tailbone to the sky. Big stretch across your belly. And then as you exhale, cat pose. Round your spine, push the earth away. Allow your head to hang heavy here. And one more time, inhale to your cow pose, heart and tailbone lift. And exhale to your cat pose, round your spine. And then go ahead and find a neutral spine, long from crown to tail. We're going to take our tabletop Gekko Pose. So take your hands wider than your yoga mat. Tighten your fingertips on the earth. Heart slides forward in line with your fingertips. And bend your elbows wide so they stack over your wrists. Let your heart dive down to the earth. Shoulders out of ears. And with your inhale, go ahead and lift back up. On your exhale, you're going to take a twist of your left shoulder and look over to the right. And then on your inhale, bring it back through center. And exhale, second side, right shoulder dips and look over to the left. And inhale back through center. As you exhale, moving through tabletop pose, go ahead and tuck your toes and find downward facing dog. Let your hips lift up to the sky. Take a moment just to be here. Maybe stretch one heel to the earth and then the other. And then on your inhale, go ahead and reach your right leg up to the ceiling. With your exhale, bend your knee and open your hips. You're in your half dog, dog in a fire hydrant shape. Strong through your right seat, take a big breath in. On your exhale, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Big, slow step wide. As your right foot lands to the outside of your right hand, come up to your fingertips to start. Let your left knee come to a hover. This is kind of like a lizard cow lunge. Left knee hovered, heart reaches forward. And then allow your left knee to lower all the way down to the ground. Maybe untuck your left toes. Left palm to the earth, start to twist to the right. Right hand's gonna reach back in space. Option to turn your right toes slightly to the right. And then option to bend your left heel to your seat if you want to add in a thigh stretch. And then if it's available, your right hand can catch your left foot if you want. You're gonna twist your heart open. And take one more breath in. And then on your exhale, we're gonna go into a wide half split. So your right hand's coming to the inside of your right foot again. You're gonna shift your pelvis back as you start to lengthen your right leg out any amount. You can move your hands with you. Fingertips might be helpful here. You're gonna flex your right toes to your face. And then think about cow side here. Energetically lift your heart and tailbone a little bit. You breathe into the back of your right leg. And from here, we'll start to bend into our right knee again, meeting in our lifted lizard lunge. Hands are on the inside of your right foot. Tuck your left toes and lift your left knee. And then pressing through your hands, super slow and intentional high plank pose. You're gonna slow motion step your right foot back to join your left. Go ahead and inhale to shift forward. And on your exhale, lower slowly to the earth. Shoulders out of ears, thighs super strong as you lower to your belly. And then untucking your toes, inhale to your low cobra. Light up the muscles that line your spine. And exhale to lower down. And inhale to your low or maybe your high cobra this time. Feeling free to lift a little bit taller. And exhale back to the earth. Last round here is low cobra, high cobra, or upward facing dog. Your heart opening of choice as you breathe in. And then exhale back to downward facing dog, taking your time to find your way there. Hips to the sky. On your inhale, lift your left leg to the ceiling. And as you exhale, bend your knee and open your hip. Strong through your belly, take an inhale. And slow, intentional, left foot steps to the outside of your left hand on exhale. Lifting to your fingertips, let your right knee come to a hover just above the earth. Heart reaches forward, right knee's reaching energetically back and down. And then right knee will lower to the ground. As you untuck your right toes, right palm comes to the earth. Twist your left hand back in space. Feel free to angle your left toes to the left and maybe add in your thigh stretch. Bending your right heel in close to your seat. Maybe you catch your right foot with your left hand. Finding your twisted monkey for one more breath. As you release, we're going to move into that wide half split. So this half split variation, left foot still wide on the outside of your left hand as you shift your pelvis back. And again, your hands can move with you. You can use your fingertips. Flex your left toes towards your face, and then think cow spine. As your left thigh bone energetically pulls back into your pelvis, your heart is reaching forward in the opposite direction. Then we'll bend into our front knee again, lifted lizard lunge, hands to the earth, lift your back knee off your yoga mat, and step back into your high plank. Again, that really slow step back with your left foot. On your inhale, start to shift forward. You're going to exhale to chaturanga, lower halfway or all the way to the earth. Open your heart up, dog or cobra with your breath in. And exhale to your down dog as you are ready. And from here, use an inhale to lift your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. On your exhale, you're going to take your right knee to your left tricep, cross underneath your body. Three-legged dog, big breath in, right leg finds the sky. And with your exhale, step your right foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. This time in between your hands. Traditional cow lunge, left knee hovers, reach your heart forward on your inhale. And then cat lunge on your exhale, lengthen out your legs. From here, just bend into your right knee or front knee. Get really strong through your feet, strong through your core. We're going to find an airplane torso. So airplane crescent lunge, you're going to press through your feet, lifting your heart at a diagonal. Airplane wings reach back beside you. Feeling the power of your right glute push down through your right heel. And then on your next inhale, press down and rise all the way up to your high crescent lunge. And from here, we're going to take a side bend. Let your right hand release down towards the earth beside you. Reach your left hand up and over. Creating space to your left side body. Big breath in. And then on your exhale, we're going to go warrior two. Left heel spins down. Spread your wings open wide. On your inhale, reverse your warrior. Right hand reaches to the sky. And then with your exhale, side angle, tip forward, left hand stretches tall. And one more time, inhale to reverse your warrior, right hand reaches up and back. Then on your exhale, windmill down to a low lunge, left heel will unhook. Then take your left fingertips or your left palm to the earth and twist your right hand to the sky. A nice big breath in. And on your exhale, we're going to turn all 10 toes to the left, to the left, to the left. We're rotating all the way to the back of our yoga mat. So you're in a low lunge, framing your left foot. Okay, so facing the back of your yoga mat, left foot in front, take a big step forward to chair pose. Right foot's going to join your left. Sitting into your strong seat, breathe in to lift your heart and hands. On your exhale, airplane your arms beside you. Begin to lean strong into your left foot. And then start to flamingo your right heel to your seat. So getting into a little bit of standing balance. Once you are ready to rise up, press your left foot and bring your right leg with you to stand. Big breath in as you reach high. Good. On your exhale, start to fly back into your airplane pose. So right leg is going to reach back, arms reach back beside you. Take a nice full inhale here. And see if you can slow down your exhale out. And one more breath in. And then crescent lunge as you empty your lungs. Right toes release, lift up through your heart and hands. And with your exhale, hands to the earth. Framing your left foot, three-legged dog. Breathe in as your left leg lifts to the sky. And with your exhale, left knee to your right, tricep cross it underneath your body. Inhale, three-legged dog. Left leg lifts up and back. On your out breath, step your left foot forward to your low lunge. And then when you're ready, inhale to your cow lunge, right knee dips to a hover. And exhale, cat lunge, find the length through your legs. Right hip hugs slightly forward, and then bend into your left knee, your front knee, and find your airplane lunge. So pressing through your feet, use your strong core to lift your heart and hands. It's super powerful through your legs. Just taking a breath here. Right hip is still hugging forward, left thigh is still plugging in. High crescent lunge, go ahead and root to rise up. For your side bend, your left hand's going to fall towards the earth beside you. Your right hand is going to reach up and overhead. Take a nice full inhale to your right side body. Then exhale, warrior two. Right heel spins down. We spread our wings wide. Breathe in to reverse your warrior. Left hand reaches up to the ceiling. Exhale, side angle. Right hand now reaches to the sky. Turn your sternum to the ceiling. And one more time, reverse your warrior. Big breath in, left hand reaching. And then exhale to windmill down into your low lunge. You frame your left foot. You're going to unhook your right heel. And then twist your left hand to the sky. Take a nice full inhale here. Twisted low lunge. And then on your exhale, you're going to turn to the right. Keep turning to the right until you're facing the top of your yoga mat again in a low lunge. Now framing your right foot. Step forward to your chair pose. Left foot right to the top. Then sink into your seat. Big breath in, we reach up high. And exhale to airplane your arms. Shift your energy into your right foot, and then flamingo your left heel up towards your seat. Just giving yourself a moment to find your steady here. Once you are ready, inhale up into your one-legged Tadasana, taking all the time you need. From here, we're going to fly back into our airplane pose. Take your time to send your left leg back in space. Active through your fingertips long to the nape of your neck. We're here for 2 full cycles of breath. And then with control, you're going to use the strength of your right leg to slowly place your left toes back to the earth. High crescent lunge, inhale to reach up. Good, on your exhale, bring your hands down to your yoga mat. 3-legged dog, breathe your right leg up to the ceiling. From your 3-legged dog, right leg high, bend your right knee and open your hip. Option to stay here, option for your wild thing. Maybe your right toe step behind you and you open your heart. Then returning to your 3-legged dog, bring your right hand back to your yoga mat. Deep inhale to reach your right leg to the sky. Exhale, right knee to left tricep, cross underneath your body. Gonna hold for your inhale. And stay as you exhale. 3-legged dog, full in-breath reaches your right leg back up. And on your exhale, step your right foot forward. Getting strong with your legs again, press your feet. Airplane lunge, so again, lifting your heart up to that hinge. Airplane wings reach back beside you. This time we're going to tip into our right leg and find airplane pose. So without momentum, lean forward into your right leg and push it down with your right foot to fly. Just taking a big breath in here. On your exhale, slowly step it back into your crescent lunge. Left toes land, inhale, reach to the sky. On your exhale, goddess your arms, let your elbows open wide. And then inhale to re-extend your fingers to the sky. Side bend, right hand goes low, reach your left hand overhead as you inhale. And then into your warrior 2, left heel to the earth with your exhale. Reverse your warrior, right hand reaches up with your breath in. Exhale, side angle, swim forward, stretch your left fingertips to the sky. One more time, we inhale to reverse. And then exhale, low lunge. Windmill your hands down to frame your right foot. As your left heel unhooks, this time bring your left palm to the earth. Twist your right hand to the sky. We're going to take horizon lunge. So you're going to spin all 10 toes. The right side of your yoga mat. Maybe you have to wiggle your right foot a little bit closer to the back of your yoga mat so you can get onto the outside edges of both your feet. Your feet are flexed and active. Your heart is spinning up to the sky. If it feels safe and healthy in your knees to sink and reach to the back of your yoga mat, you're going to inhale, dip your hips. Right hand reaches to the back of your yoga mat. On your exhale, you're going to lift your hips, reach your right hand up and overhead. And then spinning to the left, we're going to find a low lunge facing the back of our yoga mat. So just like we did before, keep turning to the left, to the left, to the left. And then you're facing the back of your yoga mat, framing your left foot. Chair pose, right foot steps forward. Get strong with your feet and inhale, lift your heart. Exhale to airplane your arms. And then lean into your left foot and flamingo your right heel up to your booty. And take your time, press your left foot, rise up with your right leg. One-legged Tadasana is your inhale. We're going to go figure 4, right ankle on left thigh. So you breathe out, send your pelvis back and down, maybe hands to heart center. Active right ankle in your figure 4, take a breath in. And stay for exhale. And from here, we'll be moving back to an airplane pose. You can go to a bent knee airplane and just stay low, or you can rise all the way up to a one-legged Tadasana first, and then fly your right leg back. So it's up to you. Bent knee or traditional airplane. The bent knee is your left leg, your standing leg, if you're taking the bent knee variation. High crescent lunge, right toes descend to the ground. Take an inhale to reach up high. And on your exhale, open arm twist to the left. Left hand's gonna sweep down and back. Right hand reaches forward. Now keeping the twist, inhale to exalt. Scoop your right hand up to the sky. Awesome, and on your exhale, windmill down into your low lunge. Hands frame your left foot. Three-legged dog, inhale your left leg to the ceiling. On your exhale, bend your knee and open your hip. Stay or wild thing. Option to step your left toes to the earth behind you. As you flip your heart open to the sky, take an inhale. Moving back to our three-legged dog. Left hand lands as your left leg lifts. Take a big breath in. Left knee right, tricep cross underneath your body. You're holding for your inhale. Heart reaches forward as you actively press your hands for exhale. And then three-legged dog, left leg reaches up and back. Okay, place your left foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Getting super strong through your legs and your belly. Airplane lunge, float your heart off of your left thigh. I know this left leg just worked really hard in that standing balance. We're going to go back into our airplane pose again. So leaning forward, tip into your left leg, and then push to fly, airplane pose. Let's take a slow inhale in. And then we exhale gracefully to crescent lunge. Right toes release, breathe in as you reach high. Open your heart with goddess arms, elbows go wide and back. Heart lifts forward and up. Your inhale stretches your fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, side bend, left hand low, right hand's reaching up and over your head. Breathe into your right side body. And then warrior two, exhale your right heel down to the earth. Breathe into reverse, left hand to the sky. Exhale, side angle, stretch forward, forward, forward. And then tip open, right hand to the ceiling. One more time, inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, low lunge. Windmill your hands down to the earth. You're framing your left foot as your right heel hooks. Right palm to the ground. Horizon lunge. Turn all 10 toes to the left as you twist your heart open. And again, you can adjust your left foot. You're trying to be on the outside edges of your feet. Hips are lifted to start. Rotate your ribcage up towards the ceiling. So your front ribs are turning up to the sky. And listening to your knees on your inhale, if it's healthy for your joints, dip your hips low. Left hand reaches to what used to be the front of your yoga mat. And then on your exhale, you're gonna lift your hips. Left hand rainbows up overhead. Start to turn to the right. Keep turning to the right until you find your low lunge. Framing your right foot. Facing the top of your yoga mat once again. Good. From here, it's chair pose. Left foot steps forward. Sinking into your seat, take a big breath in, lift your heart and hands. Exhale, airplane arms. Good, right leg becomes your base. Left heel's gonna flamingo up to your left seat. And then take your time, press to your right foot and breathe up to your one-legged Tadasana. Figure four as you're ready, left ankle on right thigh. See if you can activate a little bit of like a cow spine energy in your figure four. So think heart and tailbone proud. Your thigh bones are reaching back in space, plugging into your pelvis. Now again, your transition to find airplane pose is up to you. You can keep your right knee bent the whole time, or you can rise all the way up to your one-legged Tadasana. If you're keeping your right knee bent, you'll lift up like a little bit, just to unhook your left leg. But right knee stays bent as you fly into airplane pose in that variation. Whatever variation you want, finding your airplane pose, just give it one breath in. And then we'll exhale to our high crescent lunge. Left toes find the earth. Inhale to reach to the sky. Open arm twist, twisting to the right. Right hand sweeps back. Left hand stretches forward. Then keeping the twist in your body, breathe in to exalt. Left hand reaches to the ceiling. And on your exhale, windmill down into a low lunge. You're gonna frame your right foot. Good, step back into your high plank pose. Right foot joins your left. Inhale to shift forward. And exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Once you find your belly, untuck your toes. Take your hands wider than your yoga mat for Gekko Pose. Tighten your fingertips on the earth, elbows are stacked over your wrists. Shoulders slide away from your ears. Take an inhale to lift your heart up any amount. And on your exhale, dip your left shoulder in, take your gaze to the right. Go ahead and follow your next inhale to bring it back to the center line. And on your exhale, second side, right shoulder dips in, look over to the left. And inhale back through center. And exhale, lower down. Push your hips to your heels, finding child's pose. Take 3 slow cycles of breath. Okay. From our child's pose, go ahead and shift forward to your tabletop. We're going to move through like one little layer that is half effort and then half pigeon. So when you're ready, you'll tuck your toes, find downward facing dog, hip stretch to the sky. Your inhale reaches your right leg to the ceiling. This time, keep your right leg long, but flex your foot and square your hip. So right leg might not lift as high, right thigh is hugging into the midline. And then step your right foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Getting super strong with your legs, navel to spine. You want to make sure your legs and core are the effort to create this transition. You want to make sure the low back isn't trying to take over. So you're going to push to your right foot. We're going into airplane pose from here. Leaning slightly forward, push down with your right foot. Begin to float away from the earth. Might be pretty wobbly, just give it one big breath in. And going back down into your low lunge. Just the same way that you came in, slowly bend your right knee. Fingertips and left toes land. Lower your left knee to the earth. Find your half splits here, half Hanuman. Walking it back. You might also kind of slide your right foot forward if you want. Flex your right toes to your face. And you'll find that same cow spine energy. If you wanted to go towards your full splits, feel free to slide your left leg forward, finding your full Hanumanasana. We're going to be here just one more breath. Okay. And then from your splits variation, we're going to go into our half pigeon. So bend into your front knee. Wander your right foot across the left side of your yoga mat. Let your right shin lower down to the earth. Think about squaring your left hip forward and in. Heart is proud. And then if you'd like to lower down, feel free to do so, but try to keep your heart moving forward and up as your belly lowers towards your right shin. We're just here for about 3 to 5 more breaths. So creating the half pigeon that feels true for you this morning. Focusing on inhale in and exhale out. And be leaning back in your awareness again to notice the thoughts that are streaming through your mind. Notice any thoughts towards your body, any judgments to your body. If there are any judgments towards your body that are showing up in this moment, shifting that to gratitude. And gratitude for all that your body has done for you today, all that your body does for you every day, and all that your body is capable of. And from here, you're going to start to press up to your hands. Tuck your back toes underneath. 3-legged dog. Use your strong core to push the earth away. Send your right leg to the ceiling. Maybe open your hip or draw a circle or 2 with your right leg. And then downward facing dog. Just moving through second side. Left leg lifts as you breathe in. Again, flex your foot, square your hip. Squeeze your left thigh to the midline. Bring that big stretch to your right leg. And then step your left foot forward to the top. Strong through your legs, get proud through your chest. Super strong through your core, again, making sure your low back isn't trying to take over. We're going to push down and fly into airplane pose. So tip forward into your left leg strength, and then drive down into the earth to fly. And trusting in the strength of your body, take 1 breath in, and see if you can slow down the descent back to your low lunge. Bend your left knee, fingertips and right toes find the earth. Release your right knee to the ground. Half splits or full splits. You're going to send your left leg long. Feel free to slide your left foot forward. And then think right hip is hugging to the front of your yoga mat. Left hip hugs back in space. You might find a little bit of cow spine energy again, so think heart and tailbone are proud. Keep drawing your right hip forward, left hip back as you take 1 more breath. And then when you're ready for your half pigeon pose, you will gently start to bend into your left knee. Wander your left foot across your yoga mat until your left shin can lower down. And then starting to adjust to your half pigeon. So hips are hugging energetically to the center line. Think up dog torso first, big breath in. And then if you want to lower down, your belly is leading the way. Notice if your teeth are clenched tight, encourage your jaw to relax. Then take 3 cycles of breath. Be sinking a little bit deeper with each round of breath. And over your next couple cycles of breath, when you start to feel complete in your half pigeon, you're going to make your way back to your 3-legged dog, maybe finding an open hip half dog or any hip circles to your left leg. No rush in this transition. If you want to stay in half pigeon longer, feel free to do so. But really slowly, left leg goes up. Adding some movement to take care of your left hip. And then downward facing dog. From your down dog, transitioning forward to the top of your yoga mat. You can tiptoe, you can step, you can hop, whatever feels true. Diving over your thighs, just let your head hang heavy for a moment. And then inhale to a halfway lift, lengthen out through your torso. And on your exhale, bend your knees and have a seat. We're gonna lower all the way down to the back body. So just deciding if you want to use your core or if you'd rather just hug your knees and relax back today. Once we're on the back body, we'll meet in a full body stretch. So maybe heel anchors or boat pose if you're choosing to use the strength of your core to control your descent. And then as you bend your back body, reaching into your full body stretch, take a big breath in. And an open mouth exhale out. Then bring your knees into your chest. As you draw your thighs in close, just adding length to your spine. And then keep your knees bent. Place your left foot to the earth. And then eagle, stack your right thigh on top of your left. You just need a single stack, so right thigh's on top of left. Wander your hips or wiggle your hips a little bit over to the right, and then let your knees drop to the left into an eagle leg twist. As your knees tip over to the left, you might take your gaze to the right. Then we're here for 3 cycles of breath. And then take your time, use any support from your core to help gently lift your knees back through center, square your hips, unwind your legs, and we'll find second side. So left thigh is gonna stack on top of your right. Maybe scoot your pelvis a little bit to the left. Knees tip to the right, and gaze might tip to the left. And you're here just for 3 slow and steady cycles of breath. And then as we start to bring it back through center, again, using your core for support, square your hips, unwind your legs, and this time just bring your knees to your chest. Maybe curl your nose up to your knees. Take a big, big breath in. And on your exhale, go ahead and find your way to Shavasana, sending your arms and legs long. Or if you prefer, resting in seated meditation, feel free to find your way to a seat. And allowing your body to start to sink down. Your eyes to drop shut. And allow your breath to move forward in your awareness again. Aware of the movement of your inhale. And the movement as your exhale empties out. Feeling that movement of energy traveling in and out of your body. That movement of energy, the energy that offers you this moment and this day, the life force, the source energy that offers you the opportunity to learn and grow through this human experience. And so as you settle into these last few minutes of your practice, it's allowing yourself to melt into your yoga mat, and also to melt into the gratitude of your body and your breath and the self-awareness this practice offers. Just taking a moment to notice where your attention is focused. Notice without judgment if your mind has shifted away from the present moment, either looking forward to the future, back to the past. And just allowing your breath to bring you back to here and now, back to the awareness of your body, sensations of your body and breath. And you can either stay exactly as you are, just taking some extra time to rest and receive. You can bring some movement into your body. You could take a full body stretch if that would feel good. And then eventually allow your hands to find your heart, either stacked on your heart space or in prayer, Anjali Mudra. And then we just take this final moment of our practice to pause in deep gratitude for all that this practice offers us, for all that our bodies are capable of, and for the awareness that we gain through mindful movement and body and breath connection. So to seal in our practice, let's take one more clearing breath together. Go ahead and breathe in deeply through your nose. And then open mouth, exhale, let that whole breath go. May yoga offer us a path to compassion. And may our practices serve as our teachers and our guides in living more authentically, loving more deeply, and seeing more clearly each and every day. Thanks so much for being here and taking this time. Namaste. Little Fin want to say hello. Thanks, everyone. Hope to see you next week.